Get ready for transcription in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Start. Sir, the honorable member has very ably summed up in a way the total situation so far as irrigation is concerned and the problem that arises in this context. The question was of a limited nature, and we did try to give all the answers that the honorable member wanted. But now he has tried to amplify some of the things that he wanted to elicit from the government. I will try to answer as best as I can. It is true that there would be a shortfall in our achievement of irrigation target at the end of the sixth plan. The sixth plan target is 13 million hectares and the likely achievement is going to be 11 million hectares. Thus, there will be a shortfall of 2 million hectares. As I answered to the question, the main constraint is that of resource. I mentioned the figure of rupees 1650 crores as additional central assistance for 2 years plus 20% step up in market borrowings for the program in 1993-94 as compared to the last year. I want to clarify that this is not the figure which would be made available for irrigation. This is the total additional that the government has made available to the states in the state sector. We hope that the states would be able to use as much of these additional resources that have been made available to them to reach the target and expedite irrigation programs, about whose importance the honorable member very rightly stressed. It is a very important sector of our development, and in a way, all future development in irrigation and in other areas can only come from irrigation and development of agriculture, which depends on provision of water. I cannot say that the targets would be reached with these additional funds because it all depends how much priority the state government would give in allocating these additional resources so far as irrigation development is concerned. Another constraint is that the inputs sometimes are not available, which hinders development of irrigation works. It is true that some time back that was the situation and we were passing through a great scarcity, which unfortunately we are not still able to get over. It is not true that the cement allocation has been reduced from 6 million tons as stated by the honorable member to 5 million tons. But the problem is that even the allocations are not made available by the cement factories because of many other things. In the last year or two, there have been various serious cuts in electricity for cement works, and this slowed the supply of cement for irrigation works to the extent we wanted. We in the Ministry of Irrigation have set up an interministerial group. We are constantly in touch with the cement controller, who also attends these meetings. The state government's requisition are received and we try to sort out the thing. I can say as of now, no serious complaint about this has been received. We have tried to streamline the distribution of cement to various states and project authorities. Another very important point raised by the honorable member is, why do we create potential when the potential already created is not being utilized? This is a serious problem. The figure for utilized potential is unfortunately growing. In 1993-94, the figure of unutilized potential was 2 million hectares, and it has gone up in 1995-96 to 4 million hectares. On the one hand, we have completed some irrigation works, provided more potential. On the other hand, we have not been able to utilize it through the various methods that are available to us. This problem has been with us for quite a few years. It is because of this situation of lag between potential created and its utilization that in 1984-85 the Command Area Development Program was introduced. It has been going on in a number of states and a number of projects have been started. All the things that the honorable members mentioned regarding the field channels, water management technique, provision of water to the tail enders, rotational irrigation, drainage and cross drainage works, all these form part of the CAD program. We have further strengthened the CAD program this year by announcing that rupees 25 crores would be made available to the Command Area Development Authority, where the performance is found to exceed the target for the construction of field channels, and we would be able to assist them more than what they normally get. Lastly, the honorable member mentioned that we have a potential of 110 million hectares. This is true. According to the surveys carried out, as on today, our water resources, minor, medium, groundwater, etc., is 110 million hectares, of which we have utilized just 50%. If we continue the rate of development, we would have utilized all this. We are going to have the elections very soon. If we want to successfully manage the elections, we must have an efficient administrative machinery at the secretariat level as well as at the district level, and that would be constituted long before the election takes place. We have hardly a few months before us, and it would be absolutely necessary for the Home Ministry to give its attention to this matter and constitute the new services as early as possible. I hope the Home Ministry would give its best attention to this matter. This would also be necessary in connection with the working out of the second 5-year plan. A disgruntled or disorganized civil service will not assist you in implementing the second plan. I would like to say a few words about the division of assets and liabilities. You remember that in Mr. Vanchu's report, some specific recommendations have been made. Mr. Vanchu recommended, so far as the movable properties are concerned, a certain formula, and that was accepted in the Andhra bill. As regards immovable properties, It laid down that such immovable properties and buildings located in places which are in the districts will not be taken into consideration. Full stop.